Welcome to Bible Class for Kids. Every time we learn about Jesus and these miracles, we have to look at the map to determine where he was in the story and where he had been and where this miracle took place. So Jesus had been in Tyre and Sidon, then traveled through Decapolis to the Sea of Galilee for this miracle. Decapolis was a group of 10 cities on the east and south side of the Sea of Galilee. Why is that important? Well, think about this. The Tyre and Sidon area was 60 miles north of the Sea of Galilee. The sea is 14 miles long and 8 miles wide. So if a person walked all this way, how many miles would he have traveled and how long would he have taken? By the way, a man walked about 5 miles a day. So was Jesus tired? Did all these places he walked through very friendly, or did they run him off? With this information, we get into the lesson at Bible Class for Kids, number 23, Jesus Heals a Deaf and Dumb Man. You may find this lesson with the Create a Page activity at BibleClassForKids.com, a PDF download that includes the lesson and Create a Page and full instructions. In this video, I'm going to show you how to make and use the Create a Page activity. So let's get started. The PDF download comes with the lesson, the illustrated instructions, and the label template. And today I've printed my labels on a kind of purple sheet of paper. I have this 6x6 pad of paper that it's called Spooky Prints, and it's all Halloween and has things like googly eyes. It has skulls and crossbones and ravens, and I'm not crazy about this paper, but this Create a Page is going to cover up a paper. So I'm going to pick one of these papers, like these skulls, and I'm going to use it as my base. It is 6x6, and it's going to be we're going to cover it up. Next, we're going to cut ourselves some strips. Like I said, I like the back side of these papers, so I'm going to pick 3 of these papers and I'm going to use the back side of them. And I'm going to cut 3 strips, and these strips will be 2 by 6 inches long. Now, I'm using 3 sheets of paper. You don't have to. You can use 3 strips of any scrap that you have. And your base can be any color because you're going to cover it up. So let's cut some strips from these papers. And they're going to be 2 by 6 inches long. And you're going to need 3. And now with these strips, we're going to need to put adhesive on the back. Now, if you're just using a one sheet of 6x6 paper, then you can go ahead and put your adhesive on before you cut your strips. But I've cut my strips out of different papers, so now I'm going to add the adhesive on the back. Now, after adding adhesive to the back of our strips, we're going to cut out our labels. We always cut the outside edges first. Then we look for our longest line, and then we continue to cut down from there. Now, after cutting the outside edge, we're going to look for the longest line. And now we're going to cut our memory verse cards off. Again, we're looking for the longest line. And now let's put our adhesive. One thing I forgot to mention is there are 2 sets of labels on this one page. Now, after adding adhesive to your labels, let's go ahead and cut them out. After cutting your labels apart, you now have your kit that is ready. You have your labels, your base page, and your 3 strips. So let me show you how to put them together. We're going to start with our base page, and of course you can use any size side or scrap that you would like. And we're going to take our 3 strips and we're going to totally cover up that base. And we're going to place our strips in whatever order that you choose. I'm going to go with the dark and the lights in the center. I tend to lay my strips down from the left to the right to where I have a butt that I can butt this one up to this one, and it creates a little ledge. Now let's apply our labels. We're going to start with the main characters, and we're going to put that close to the bottom. It's only about a quarter of an inch from the bottom. Then we're going to attach our words to live by in the center. And on top of the words to live by will be our title label, Jesus Heals a Deaf and Dumb Man. Then we're going to attach our passage at the bottom and our key verse on top of that one. That only leaves our series label, which is the miracles of Jesus, and it goes right on top. We start laying our labels from the bottom, and the reason for that is so that we have room for our series label on top. We also want to make sure that we want to get our title label right in the middle, and it will align with the top of the other 2 labels. Thank you for joining me today for number 23, Jesus Heals a Deaf and Dumb Man. I hope you'll join me for number 24. It's a very interesting, fun page. Thank you for joining me, and have a great day today.